You need to see this before tomorrow, because the timeline you are currently walking on is about to fracture. And if you are hearing my voice right now, it is not an accident. There are no accidents in the quantum field, only vibrational matches, and you have been guided here because your soul contract is activating in preparation for the massive celestial event occurring on December 19th. Most of the world will sleep through this. They will wake up on the 19th and think it is just another Friday, just another day in the Matrix, unaware that the energetic grid of the planet has just undergone a complete polarity reversal. But you, the chosen ones, the sensitives, the star seeds, who have been feeling the pressure building in your chest for the last 72 hours, you know better. You can feel the static in the air. You can feel that something massive is looming on the horizon of your consciousness. This isn't just a new moon. This isn't just a planetary alignment. This is a rare moon portal shift that changes everything. A 0-point threshold that acts as the final exam for the spiritual lessons you have been battling all year long. If you have felt an intense, unexplainable exhaustion over the last few days, a weariness that sleep does not cure, or if you have been waking up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. with your heart racing and a sense of urgent anticipation, you are already in the frequency of the shift. The universe is knocking on your door. The portal is opening. And the question is, are you ready to walk through it, or will you cling to the old timeline that is rapidly dissolving beneath your feet? We need to talk about why December 19th is the specific date that the Galactic Federation and the planetary councils have marked as a critical juncture. We are sitting in the dark phase of the moon, the balsamic moon phase, just hours before the new moon in Sagittarius resets the cosmic clock. But this year is different. This specific lunar cycle is occurring in direct conjunction with the galactic center, the supermassive black hole at the center of our Milky Way galaxy that the ancients called the Hunab Ku, the womb of the Great Mother. This means we are not just receiving lunar codes, we are receiving direct, unfiltered photonic light from the core of our galaxy. This energy is high frequency, it is relentless, and it is flushing out every single density that is no longer compatible with your 5D ascension timeline. This is why you feel like you are being squeezed. This is why your emotions have been erratic, swinging from moments of pure blissful clarity to sudden crushing waves of grief or anxiety. It is the compression before the expansion. The December 19th moon portal is the release valve. It is the moment where the pressure breaks and the new reality floods in. But you must understand the mechanics of this shift to utilize it. Otherwise, the intensity of this wave can knock you off center. This is a warning to be prepared, but it is also the greatest invitation you have received this year to finally shed the skin of the past version of yourself. Let's go deeper into the symptoms, because validation is the first step to integration. When you understand that your physical vessel is upgrading to handle this moon portal, the fear dissolves. Many of you have been reporting a high-pitched ringing in the ears, specifically the left ear, which is the receiver of feminine, intuitive downloads. This is not tinnitus. This is a frequency calibration. Your auditory energetic centers are being tuned to hear the higher octaves of the new timeline. You may also be experiencing sudden bouts of dizziness or vertigo, a sensation that the ground is tilting or that you are floating. This is known as the timeline wobble. It happens when your consciousness is detaching from the 3D density and hovering in the 4D bridge, preparing to lock into the 5D grid that stabilizes on December 19th. Do not fear these sensations. Ground yourself. Drink water. Recognize that you are a biological vessel processing a quantum event. Another massive sign that you are one of the chosen ones meant to harness this portal is the sudden return of people from your past in your dreams or waking life. Ex-partners, old friends, estranged family members. They are popping up in your consciousness, not because you are meant to re-engage with them, but because the portal is asking you to perform a final release. They are holographic placeholders for the karma you are clearing. The December 19th energy requires a vacuum. It cannot fill you with the new blessings, the new abundance, and the new love if you are still cluttered with the psychic debris of 2024. The expectation many people have is that spiritual shifts are always peaceful, filled with light and soft music. The reality, as we apply the psychology of ascension, is that real shifts are chaotic before they are calm. The universe operates on the principle of entropy and reorganization. Before the new pattern establishes itself, the old pattern must shatter. You are in the shattering phase right now. This is the tower moment in the tarot, but it is a controlled demolition. The December 19th moon portal is the moment the dust settles, and you see the foundation of the new castle you are building. This is why the Chosen One's alert is flashing so brightly in the etheric realms. The Chosen Ones are the architects of this new earth. You are the ones who agreed before you were even born to be awake during this specific time in history to anchor this light. You are the lightning rods. When this portal opens, the energy hits everyone. Yes, spiritual and non-spiritual alike. But the non-spiritual, the sleeping population, will experience this as irritation, as bad luck, as technology breaking down, or as sudden conflicts. They do not have the context. You do. You have the map. You know that when the Wi-Fi goes out or the car won't start or the plans get cancelled on December 19th, it is the universe protecting you and redirecting you. It is the glitch in the matrix that proves the system is rebooting. I want to speak directly to the starseeds among you. Those who have always felt like you don't quite belong on this planet, who look up at the stars with a longing for home. This portal is a transmission from home. The galactic center alignment on December 19th is a direct line to your cosmic origins. During the 24-hour window of this portal, the veil between dimensions is at its thinnest point of the entire year. This is why your intuition is screaming. This is why you might be seeing repetitive numbers like 11, 11, 222, or 444 everywhere. These are not just coincidences. They are confirmation codes. They are digital breadcrumbs, leading you to the center of the labyrinth where the minotaur of your fear lives, so you can finally slay it. This moon portal is about courage. It is Sagittarius energy, the archer, pulling back the bow. The tension you feel right now is the string being pulled back. The release on December 19th is the arrow flying toward your destiny. If you panic during the pullback, if you try to stop the tension, the arrow falls flat. You must trust the tension. You must hold the frequency of faith, even when your external reality looks like it is falling apart. The breakdown is the breakthrough. This spiritual energy wave that hits on December 19th is classified as a timeline split. In quantum mechanics, we talk about the many worlds interpretation, the idea that every decision creates a branching new universe. Usually these branches are subtle, but during a major astrological gateway like this, the branches are stark. Imagine two trains leaving a station. Right now, they are running parallel, side by side. You can jump from one to the other with a simple thought, a simple shift in vibration. But on December 19th, the tracks diverge. One train goes to the old Earth, a timeline of fear, scarcity, control, and repetition of karmic loops. The other train goes to the new Earth, a timeline of sovereignty, abundance, telepathic connection, and instant manifestation. The portal is the switch point. Once the tracks diverge, it becomes exponentially harder to jump trains. This is why we say, don't miss this. It is not a marketing tactic. It is energetic physics. You have to be on the right train before the switch is thrown. And how do you get on the right train? By managing your frequency now, by refusing to engage in low vibrational arguments, by refusing to spiral into fear when you see the news, by holding the vision of your highest timeline as if it has already happened. We are seeing a massive influx of solar light codes accompanying this moon energy. Even though it is a dark moon, the sun is incredibly active. The solar winds are carrying information packets that interact with your DNA. Scientists call this junk DNA, but we know it is merely dormant DNA, waiting for the right signal to activate. The December 19th portal is that signal. It is the activation key. When this light hits your field, it brings up everything that is dense. This is why you might be feeling physical symptoms like aches in your joints, specifically the spine and the neck. This is the Kundalini channel clearing. The energy wants to rise. It wants to connect your root chakra to your crown chakra to create a pillar of light. If there are blockages in your heart chakra, old grief, unforgiveness, self-hatred, the energy hits that block and creates pressure, which manifests as anxiety or heart palpitations. The remedy is not to suppress the symptom, but to breathe into it. Visualize the December 19th portal as a massive vacuum cleaner of divine light, hovering over your heart, sucking out the black tar of old pain. You have to give it permission to leave. You have to say, I am done carrying this story. As we approach the halfway point of this download, I want you to take a moment to check in with your body. Are your shoulders tight? Is your jaw clenched? These are signs of resistance. The ego resists the shift because the ego likes familiarity, even if the familiar is painful. The soul craves the shift because the soul knows its purpose is expansion. The battle you are feeling inside you right now is simply the battle between your ego's fear of death and your soul's desire for rebirth. On December 19th, the soul wins provided you align with it. This is a chosen one's alert, because the choice is ultimately yours. Being chosen is not a passive state, it is an active selection. You choose yourself, you choose the light, you choose to do the hard work of integrating your shadow, so you can hold the high voltage of this portal. The universe cannot give you what you are not a vibrational match for. If you are asking for a new career, a soulmate, or financial freedom, but your vibration is stuck in it never works out for me, the portal will only magnify the it never works out for me energy. Portals are magnifiers. They take whatever you are holding and multiply it by 1,000. This is why it is critical, urgently critical, that you shift your mindset before the 19th. I want to pause here and anchor this energy. We are building a massive egregore of light with this video, a collective consciousness field that supports everyone reading or hearing these words. We need to signal to the universe that we are the ones catching the wave, that we are the receivers of this galactic transmission. If you are ready to leave the old timeline behind and step into the 5D reality opening on December 19th, I want you to scroll down right now and declare it to the universe. Leave a comment with the affirmation, I release the old timeline, or simply type the number 999 inches, which signifies completion and the end of a cycle. By physically typing this, you are grounding the intention from the mental plane into the physical plane. Do not skip this. Let the algorithm know, let the universe know, that you are present and accounted for. Now that you have anchored your intention, let's talk about the shadow phase of this portal. Between now and December 19th, you are in the void. The void is a very scary place for the unawakened, because it feels like nothing is happening. Or worse, that you are losing ground. You might feel a lack of motivation, a flatness, or a sense that your prayers are bouncing off the ceiling. This is an illusion. In the void, the seed is cracking open underground. You cannot see the sprout yet, but the transformation is violent and profound in the dark. This is the dark night of the soul, in a micro-dose. The December 19th moon portal is the sunrise after this dark night. Do not judge your reality by what you see with your physical eyes right now. Your physical eyes are deceiving you. They only see the 3D residue. You must look with your third eye. When you close your eyes and tune into the silence, do you feel the hum? Do you feel the electric current running just beneath the surface of the silence? That is the portal. It is the sacred echo of your future self, calling you forward. There is a specific astrological aspect happening on December 19th that makes this rare, the moon trine Mars. Mars is the planet of action, drive and war. Usually Mars energy is aggressive, but a trine is a harmonious angle. This means that for the chosen ones, The war is over. The struggle to force things to happen, the hustle, the grind, that energy is being replaced by inspired action. After this portal opens, you will find that you don't have to push doors open. They will swing open when you approach them. But this only happens if you lay down your weapons. You have to stop fighting your current reality. Acceptance is the key that unlocks the moon portal. When you say, "I accept where I am, and I love myself through it," you instantly raise your vibration to the frequency of the solution. If you are fighting your debt, fighting your loneliness, fighting your illness, you are feeding energy to it. You are keeping it alive. The December 19th shift is offering you a sword to cut the cord of attachment to the struggle. This is not for everyone. It's for the chosen who are ready to change their reality. I released a members-only deep briefing called Chosen Ones. Warning: 8 spiritual events before new moon activates fully. Urgent December 20th, 22 warning for chosen ones. In that video I reveal the exact activations and protections you must do. Click the description link or the pinned comment and watch it before the energy lands. If you skip this window, you may never get this same upgrade. Let's discuss the Dreamtime activations occurring in this pre-portal window. Many of you are reporting vivid, lucid dreams, or dreams of searching for something. Searching for a house, a car, or a person. This is your subconscious mind scanning the timelines. It is looking for the energetic coordinates of your new life. Pay attention to the colors in your dreams. If you are seeing bright blues, purples, and golds, these are high-frequency activation colors. If you are having nightmares or dreams of being chased, this is a good sign. It means your psyche is flushing out deep-seated survival fears. You are being chased out of the old timeline. When you wake up from these intense dreams, do not go back to sleep immediately. Sit up, write it down. The symbols in your dreams right now are direct messages from your spirit guides regarding what you need to do on December 19th. They are giving you the coordinates. This massive spiritual shift is also impacting the electrical equipment in your home and your body's nervous system. We mentioned the ascension flu earlier, but let's look at the nervous system specifically. You might feel wired but tired. This is because your nervous system is the wiring of your biological house, and the voltage coming from the galactic center is 220 volts trying to run through a 110 volt system. You might feel jitters, tremors, or sudden heat flashes. Kundalini rising. To manage this, you must prioritize earthing. You need to get your bare feet on the soil, the grass, or the sand. The earth has a negative ionic charge that balances the excess positive charge building up in your system from the solar and lunar influx. If you cannot get outside because of the weather, take a salt bath. Salt mimics the frequency of the ocean and the earth. It neutralizes the static. This is not just self-care. This is energetic hygiene required for the December 19th portal. You wouldn't plug a supercomputer into a frayed extension cord. Do not try to run this massive download through a frazzled nervous system. We also need to address the hermit mode. Urge. You may feel a strong desire to withdraw from social obligations, to cancel plans, to be alone. Honor this. The Chosen One's alert is often a call to solitude. When you are alone, your field is not interacting with the chaotic fields of others. You are clearer. You are more receptive. The universe isolates you when it needs to upgrade you. It's like putting a phone in airplane mode to charge faster. If people get offended that you are pulling back right now, let them be offended. That is their projection. You have a responsibility to your soul first. The December 19th portal requires your full, undivided attention. It is a sacred marriage between your human self and your divine self. You wouldn't invite a crowd to your honeymoon. Treat this time as sacred. The energy of Sagittarius, which rules this moon and portal, is about truth, the capital truth. This means that anything in your life that is built on a lie, even a small white lie, or a lie of omission, or the lie of I'm fine, when you are not, is going to crumble. The portal acts as a truth serum. This can be uncomfortable. You might find yourself blurting out your true feelings to a boss or a partner. You might realize that the career you have spent 10 years building is not your truth anymore. This realization can be terrifying, but it is necessary. The new earth cannot be built on the foundation of inauthenticity. The December 19th shift is stripping away the masks for the chosen ones. This is a relief. You are tired of wearing the mask. You are tired of dimming your light to make others comfortable. This portal is your permission slip to shine at full wattage. It is the end of the era of people-pleasing. Finally, in this first section of our journey, we must touch upon the concept of timeline jumping. This is the core mechanism of the December 19th event. A timeline jump is when you shift your dominant vibration so radically that you literally move into a parallel reality where the past does not equal the future. In the old linear model of time, we believe that A leads to B, which leads to C. In the quantum model, which this portal accesses, A can lead to Z. You can skip steps. You can have a quantum leap. This is why we see miracles, spontaneous remissions of disease, overnight financial windfalls, sudden meetings with soulmates. These are not magic tricks. They are timeline jumps. The person shifted their frequency to a reality where the problem did not exist. December 19th is a global opportunity for a collective timeline jump. The energy is fluid enough that the rigid laws of cause and effect are temporarily suspended. If you can hold the feeling of the wish fulfilled, as Neville Goddard taught during this portal, you can bypass years of struggle. You can collapse time, but you must believe it is possible. Doubt is the anchor that keeps you in the linear time. Faith is the rocket fuel that propels you into quantum time. We are just scratching the surface of what this December 19th moon portal entails. We have discussed the symptoms, the timeline mechanics, and the preparation of the physical vessel, but there is deeper knowledge we must access, the specific rituals, the ancient prophecies connecting to this date, and the hidden dangers that no one else is talking about. As we move deeper into this download, remember you are not here to just consume information. You are here to remember who you are. The codes are already inside you. My voice is just the tuning fork waking them up. Stay with me, because the next level of understanding reveals how to actually navigate the portal hour by hour on the 19th. We are now entering the deepest chambers of this transmission, and if you have made it this far, it is because your spirit guides are pushing you to understand the full magnitude of what is about to happen on December 19th. The surface level symptoms we discussed, the fatigue, the ringing ears, the vivid dreams, those were merely the tremors before the earthquake. Now we must discuss the tectonic shift itself. The December 19th moon portal is not just a passive event where you sit back and receive light, it is an active initiation. In the ancient mystery schools of Egypt and Atlantis, initiates were tested before they were allowed to access the higher chambers of the Great Pyramid. They had to face their own darkness, their own reflections, without flinching. This Friday, the entire planet becomes that initiation chamber. You are going to be tested, and the test will not look like a burning bush or a booming voice from the sky. The test will look like a sudden irrational argument with your spouse just hours before the portal peaks. It will look like a flat tire on your way to a meeting. It will look like a sudden wave of self-doubt that whispers, "Who are you to think you are special? Who are you to think you are a chosen one?" This is the gatekeeper energy. Every portal has a guardian, an energetic entity or frequency that stands at the threshold to ensure that only those with a pure heart and a steady vibration can pass through. The chaos you might experience in the physical world on December 19th is the guardian checking your credentials. If you react with anger, if you fall into the victim mentality of "why is this happening to me?" you fail the initiation. You stay in the 3D loop. But if you can look at the chaos, smile and say, "I see you. This is just a test. I am peace," then the gates swing wide open, and the chaos dissolves instantly. This is the secret master key to the shift, Your reaction determines your timeline. We must speak about the Mueller frequency. In Vedic astrology, the current lunar alignment in Sagittarius activates the nakshatra lunar mansion known as Mueller, which means the root. Mueller is ruled by the goddess Niriti, the goddess of destruction and dissolution. This sounds frightening to the ego, but to the soul, it is liberation. Mueller is the cosmic uprooter. It digs down into the basement of your subconscious and rips out the weeds that have been strangling your potential for lifetimes. This is why many of you are feeling a sudden intense disconnect from things you used to love. You might look at your job, your house, or even your wardrobe, and feel absolutely nothing. It feels like you are looking at a stranger's life. This is the Mueller uprooting. The December 19th portal is severing the roots that are planted in toxic soil so that you can be replanted in the fertile ground of the new earth. If you fight this, if you try to cling to the old job, the toxic relationship, the old identity out of fear of the unknown, you will experience suffering. Suffering is simply the resistance to what is trying to leave. Let it go. The emptiness you feel is not a void, it is a womb. It is the empty space required for the new creation to enter. You cannot fill a cup that is already full of stagnant water. Pour it out. Let the December 19th energy scour you clean. This brings us to the concept of instant karma or accelerated returns, which is the specific signature of this moon portal. Usually there is a time lag between your vibration and your manifestation. You think a negative thought, and maybe a month later, a negative event happens. The buffer of time protects you. But during a portal of this magnitude, the buffer is removed. The veil is so thin that thoughts become things with terrifying speed. This is why we issued the warning in the title. If you spend December 19th in a spiral of fear, jealousy, or anger, you will manifest the physical equivalent of those emotions almost immediately. It is like standing in a canyon and shouting. The echo comes back instantly. The universe is holding a mirror up to your face on Friday. If you smile, the world smiles back. If you scowl, the world scowls back. This places a massive responsibility on the chosen ones to be the keepers of the frequency. You are not just holding the light for yourself, you are holding it for your family, your community, your city. When you walk into a room on December 19th, you are a walking tuning fork. If the room is chaotic, your presence should calm it, not because you say anything, but because your resonance is dominating the field. You must be the thermostat, not the thermometer. A thermometer just reacts to the temperature. A thermostat sets it. Set the temperature to divine love. Set the temperature to absolute trust. Let's go deeper into the timeline fracturing occurring within relationships. This is the hardest part for the chosen ones to accept. As you ascend through this December 19th gateway, you are raising your voltage. If the people around you, your partner, your best friend, your siblings, are not doing the work to raise their voltage, a gap is going to form. It is the physics of vibration. Two things of different frequencies cannot occupy the same space for long without friction. You might find that conversations with certain people feel incredibly draining this week. You might feel like you are speaking a different language. You might even feel physically ill or nauseous when you are around certain low vibrational environments. This is your body rejecting the old timeline. The December 19th portal is a sorting mechanism. It is sorting the souls who are ready to graduate to 5D consciousness from those who need to repeat the 3D grade. And you have to be okay with letting people repeat the grade. You cannot drag them through the portal on your back. If you try, you will miss the window yourself. This is the lesson of non-attachment. It is not about unloving them, it is about loving them enough to let them walk their own path, even if that path is slower than yours. You are the vanguard. You go first. You establish the light on the other side, so that one day, when they are ready, they have a lighthouse to aim for. But for now you must protect your energy field, with the ferocity of a lioness protecting her cubs. There is a specific phenomenon happening with the pineal gland, or the third eye during this window. The galactic center emits gamma rays, high-frequency light particles that penetrate the skull and stimulate the pineal gland directly. This gland is responsible for producing melatonin and serotonin, but spiritually, it is the antenna of the soul. On December 19th, you may experience intense pressure in the center of your forehead, or headaches that feel like a band tightening around your head. This is the crystalline activation. The calcification around your pineal gland is breaking down. As this happens, you might get sudden flashes of insight, geometric patterns appearing behind your closed eyes, or a sudden knowing of things you have no logical way of knowing. This is your psychic ability coming online. The chosen ones are being upgraded from human operating system to galactic operating system. You might find that you can telepathically sense what people are thinking before they speak. You might have a thought about someone, and they text you 1 second later. These glitches are the new normal. The portal is dissolving the illusion of separation. We are all connected in the unified field, and on December 19th the lights in that field are being turned on fully. We are generating a massive wave of energy right now just by focusing on these truths. The more of us who acknowledge this shift, the smoother the transition will be for the collective. I want you to stop for a second and check your energy. Do you feel the resonance? If you are ready to claim your power as a sovereign creator during this portal, I need you to signal it to the field. Scroll down and comment the code 1111 inches or write, "I am the light." By doing this, you are not just leaving a comment. You are driving a stake into the ground of the new timeline and saying, "I am here. I am awake. I am ready." Let the numbers flood the comments so we can see how many of us are holding the line. Continuing into the depths of the shadow work required for this transition, the December 19th portal is also illuminating the ancestral trauma stored in your DNA. You are not just living your own life, you are the living, breathing culmination of thousands of ancestors who came before you. Many of them lived in times of war, famine, plague, and oppression. Their fears are recorded in the double helix of your cells. Science calls this epigenetics. Spirit calls it ancestral karma. This portal is a cleansing fire for your lineage. If you are feeling sudden waves of sadness that don't seem to have a cause in your current life, or fears that seem irrational like a fear of starvation when your fridge is full, or a fear of persecution when you are safe, you are processing the memories of your ancestors. You are the cycle breaker. The chosen one in every family is the one born with the spiritual strength to face these demons and dissolve them. On December 19th, you have the authority to say, "This ends with me." You can speak to your ancestors in your meditation. Tell them, "I honor your struggle, but I release your pain. I am healing this bloodline now." Imagine a golden river of light flowing backward from your heart, through your parents, your grandparents, and all the way back to the beginning of time, washing the lineage clean. This is one of the most powerful things you can do during this portal. You are liberating not just yourself, but 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. Let's address the financial frequency of this shift. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, luck, and abundance. This new moon portal is a massive opening for financial recalibration. However, it works on the principle of flow, not hoarding. The energy of the new earth is circular. If you are holding on to money out of fear, or if you are stingy with your resources, you block the flow. The December 19th portal asks you to demonstrate trust in abundance. This doesn't mean being reckless. It means shifting your mindset from, "I can't afford this, how can I generate the abundance for this?" It means feeling wealthy before the money arrives. The universe does not speak English, it speaks frequency. If your frequency is lack, the portal expands the lack. If your frequency is gratitude, the portal expands the gratitude. A powerful micro shift you can do on December 19th is to bless every dollar you spend. If you buy a coffee, mentally say, "Thank you for this abundance, and may this money bless the person receiving it." This charges your money with positive intention and creates a magnetic loop that brings it back to you multiplied. The chosen ones are being called to be the new stewards of wealth, to use resources for healing and creation, rather than control and domination. This portal is the interview for that position. There is a physical aspect to this shift that involves your solar plexus chakra, the center of your will and personal power. You might be feeling digestive issues, butterflies in the stomach, or a sensation of heat in your belly. This is because the December 19th portal is upgrading your gut instinct. We are moving from a society that values the logical brain, the ego, to a society that values the intuitive gut, the soul. Your gut is your second brain. It knows things before your head does. During this portal, you must learn to trust your gut immediately. If you get a bad feeling about a place, leave. If you get a sudden urge to call someone, call them. The delay between instinct and action is where the doubt creeps in. The portal is trying to close that gap. It is trying to make you a spontaneous, intuitive being. The system teaches us to overthink, to analyze, to weigh the pros and cons until we are paralyzed. The universe teaches us to flow. On December 19th, trust the flow. If you feel resistance, stop. If you feel flow, go. It is that simple. The complication is only in the mind. This is urgent. Do not skip this. Watch the members-only briefing. Chosen Ones warning. 8 spiritual events before new moon. Activates fully. Urgent December 20th. 22 warning for chosen ones. Act now or regret forever. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't wait. Another critical element of this rare moon portal is the concept of timeline convergence. For the last few years, many of you have felt like you are living a double life, one foot in the old world, going to a job you dislike, dealing with 3D drama, and one foot in the spiritual world, meditating, dreaming of the new earth. This split is exhausting. It takes a huge amount of energy to maintain 2 avatars. The December 19th portal is the beginning of the merger. It is the time when your spiritual self and your physical self start to become one. This means your external reality will start to shift to match your internal reality. This is why the destruction aspect of Mueller is necessary. If your job is not compatible with your soul, the merger will push it out. If your home is not compatible, you will be moved. Do not look at these losses as failures. Look at them as the universe rearranging the furniture to make room for the real you. The chosen ones are those who are brave enough to let the false self die so the true self can live. The butterfly cannot worry about what happens to the caterpillar. The caterpillar must dissolve completely for the butterfly to emerge. You are in the cocoon phase, and the December 19th portal is the moment the chrysalis cracks open. We must also talk about the technological disruptions that often accompany these high-frequency blasts. As the electromagnetic field of the Earth shifts, it interacts with our satellites and grids. Do not be surprised if there are internet outages, social media glitches, or phone issues on or around December 19th. These are external reflections of the internal reboot. When the screens go dark, it is an invitation to turn on your inner light. Do not get frustrated. Use the downtime to disconnect. The Matrix is trying to keep you hooked to the screen, feeding you fear porn and distraction. The portal is trying to get you to look at the stars, to look at the trees, to look within. If your phone dies, take it as a divine sign. You are being unsubscribed from the noise. Use that silence. Silence is the language of God. It is in the silence that the downloads land. If you are constantly consuming content, your buffer is full. You have no space to receive the upgrades. You need to create static-free zones in your day, especially on the 19th. No phone, no TV, just you and the energy. This brings us to the 3 waves of volunteers concept. Many of you feel like you woke up very recently, perhaps in the last 2 to 3 years. Others feel like you have been awake for decades, holding the light alone. The December 19th portal is a synchronization point for all waves. The ancient souls, the first wave, are being given a rest, a recharge. You have been holding the grid for so long, and you are tired. This portal is bringing you reinforcements. The newly awakened, the third wave, are coming online in massive numbers. Your job, ancient ones, is to mentor them. Your job is to be the calm in their storm. They are going to be confused by the symptoms, by the crumbling of the old world. You have been through this. You know the terrain. Use this portal to step into your role as a teacher, a healer, a guide. You don't need a YouTube channel or a book deal to be a guide. You just need to be a presence. When someone is panicking at the grocery store, your smile is the healing. When someone is ranting on the internet, your refusal to engage is the teaching. The December 19th portal activates your service mission. Let's discuss the sacred echo of 2025. This moon portal is the trailer for the movie of 2025. The themes that come up for you on December 19th, whether they are themes of abundance, health, relationships, or purpose, are the themes you will be mastering in the coming year. Pay close attention to the whispers you hear on this day. The universe rarely shouts. It hints, a book falling off a shelf, a random conversation overheard in a coffee shop, a song stuck in your head. These are the whispers. Decode them. If you keep hearing about healing, 2025 is your year to become a healer or heal yourself. If you keep seeing images of travel, 2025 is your year of movement. The December 19th portal is a holographic projection of your potential future. You are the projector. What film do you want to play? If you focus on, "I'm so tired," you are queuing up a movie about exhaustion. If you focus on, "I am unstoppable," you are queuing up a blockbuster about victory. The choice, as always, is yours. I feel the energy rising as we speak. The collective field of the chosen ones is strengthening. We are weaving a net of light around the planet. I want you to take a specific action right now to solidify this connection. If you are feeling the call to be a leader, a healer, or a way shower in this new timeline, scroll down and comment 777 inches, which is the number of the mystic, the spiritual warrior, or simply write, "I receive the upgrade." By doing this, you are telling your subconscious mind that you are open for business. You are open to the miracles. You are not hiding anymore. As we prepare to move into the final sections of this transmission, where we will discuss the exact ritual protocol for the night of December 19th, and the specific dream inception technique to use before you sleep, I need you to understand one thing. You are safe. The crumbling of the old world looks scary, but it is necessary. You cannot build a skyscraper on a cracked foundation. The universe loves you too much to let you build your life on instability. The shaking you feel is the universe stabilizing your ground. Trust the shake. Trust the shift. The portal is not here to break you. It is here to break open the shell that has been keeping your wings folded. You were born to fly, and December 19th is the day you approach the edge of the cliff. Do not look down at the rocks. Look up at the sky. The mechanics of the portal closing are just as important as the opening. The energy will peak on the 19th, but the integration window lasts for 72 hours afterwards. This is the aftercare period. We will cover this in detail, but know that what you do on the 20th and 21st is just as critical as the 19th. You must hold the frequency. It's like pouring concrete. It takes time to set. If you walk on it too early, you leave footprints. If you revert to your old habits immediately after the portal closes, you disturb the setting process. You have to walk gently. You have to treat yourself like a newborn baby. Because in many ways, that is exactly what you are. The you that existed in January 2025 is effectively dying. The you that will exist in January 2026 is being born this Friday. Honor that process. Now we are going to pivot to the practical. The philosophy is understood. The warnings are heeded. The symptoms are validated. But what do you do? How do you harness this celestial storm and put it in a bottle? How do you use the December 19th energy to actually change your bank account, your love life, your health? In the next section of this video, I am going to give you the 3-step starseed protocol for the night of the portal. This is ancient knowledge, adapted for the modern lightworker. It involves water, sound, and a specific visualization that locks your timeline into place. You do not want to miss this. This is the manual for the cockpit of your ascension vehicle. We have arrived at the operational phase of this transmission. Up until this moment, we have been discussing the theory, the signs, and the energetic weather forecast for this massive December 19th event. But theory does not shift timelines. Action does. Embodied frequency does. You are standing on the precipice of the portal right now. The energy is already swirling around your ankles. And the question is no longer what is happening, but how do I navigate this? I am about to hand you the keys to the vehicle. This is the 3-step starseed protocol that has been downloaded specifically for this Sagittarian new moon portal. This is not some fluff ritual found on a blog. This is ancient energetic technology, adapted for the modern lightworker. It uses the 3 primal elements of creation: water, sound, and imagination. The universe speaks in these languages. It does not speak in English or Spanish. It speaks in frequency, vibration, and geometric form. When you perform this protocol on the night of December 19th, you are hacking the matrix. You are bypassing the conscious mind and speaking directly to the quantum field. You are giving the universe coordinates. Without coordinates, the portal energy is just raw static. It's powerful, but it's chaotic. You need to direct it. You need to be the lens that focuses the laser. If you do not focus this energy, it will just amplify whatever chaos is already in your life. But if you focus it, it becomes a laser beam that cuts through obstacles that have been blocking you for decades. Let's begin with step 1, the water coding ritual. You must understand that water is not just a beverage. It is liquid crystal. It is a programmable storage medium. Dr. Masaru Emoto proved this decades ago. Water holds memory. It changes its molecular structure based on the thoughts and words directed at it. On December 19th, the water on the planet is vibrating in resonance with the moon in the galactic center. It is hyperconductive. Here is what you must do. Get a clear glass. Glass is essential because it is made of silica sand, which is also a conductor. Do not use plastic. Plastic deadens the frequency. Fill this glass with the purest water you can find. Hold the glass in both hands. Your hands are minor chakras. They emit energy. By holding the glass, you are creating a closed circuit between your heart and the water. Now stare into the water. Do not just look at it. Look into it. Visualize the water glowing with a golden or violet light. This is the color of transmutation. Now you are going to speak your code of creation into the water. This is not a wish. It is a command. You are going to say out loud, in the present tense, I am now shifting to the timeline of insert your specific desire. It is done. It is done. It is done. It is done. Feel the vibration of your voice traveling into the water. Watch the water absorb the command. Then, and this is the critical part, you drink it. As you swallow, visualize that liquid light entering your cells, rewriting your DNA, flushing out the old lack programming, and replacing it with the abundance code. You are literally physically ingesting your new reality. This signals to your biological vessel that the shift is not just a mental concept, it is a physical reality. Do this right before the peak of the moon or right before you go to sleep on the 19th. This is the act of communion with your future self. Step 2. The sonic calibration. We live in a world of noise, traffic, notifications, television, gossip. This is all dissonance. It scrambles your signal. To receive the December 19th download, you need resonance. For at least 15 minutes during the portal window, you need to bathe your nervous system in high-frequency sound. I recommend 432 Hz or 528 Hz, the miracle tone. These frequencies are mathematically consistent with the geometry of the universe. They de-stress the DNA coils. If you do not have access to binaural beats or singing bowls, there is a frequency even more powerful: silence. Absolute silence. The void frequency. Turn off everything. Sit in a dark room. Listen to the ringing in your ears, that high-pitched whine we talked about. That is the sound of the higher dimensions. Tune into it. Make it louder in your awareness. That sound is the carrier wave of the Galactic Federation. It contains information. When you focus on it, you are picking up the phone. Most people try to drown that sound out. The chosen ones use it as a homing beacon. During this sonic calibration, you might feel your body jerk or twitch. Let it. That is the trauma leaving the fascia. That is the nervous system rebooting. Do not be afraid of the silence. In the silence, the ego screams because it is dying, but the soul sings because it is waking up. Step 3. The Golden Door Visualization. This is the final and most potent step. You must do this with your eyes closed. In a meditative state, visualize yourself standing in a long, dark hallway. This represents the birth canal of the cosmos. At the end of the hallway, there is a door. It is not a wooden door. It is a door made of pure, shimmering liquid gold light. This is the December 19th portal. Above the door, see the number 2025 inches glowing. Now visualize yourself walking toward this door. As you walk, notice that you are carrying heavy bags. These bags are labeled fear, doubt, past relationships, debt, illness. They are heavy. They are cutting into your shoulders. As you reach the golden door, you stop. You look at the bags. You realize you cannot fit through the door with them. The door is narrow. It is only wide enough for your naked soul. You have to make a choice. In your mind's eye, physically see yourself dropping the bags. Hear the thud as they hit the floor. Feel the weight lift off your shoulders. Stand up straighter. Now step through the golden door. As you cross the threshold, feel a wash of cool electric energy zap through your body. On the other side, the world is HD, technicolor, vibrant. See your future self waiting for you there. They are smiling. They look healthy, wealthy, radiant. Walk up to them and merge with them. Become them. Look out through their eyes. How does it feel to be free? How does it feel to be abundant? Hold this feeling for at least 68 seconds. Abraham Hicks teaches that 68 seconds of pure focused thought is enough to manifest a physical result. Hold it. Lock it in. This collapses the timeline. You are no longer hoping for the future. You are remembering it. This protocol is your anchor. It gives your mind something to do while your soul does the heavy lifting. The mind loves tasks. If you don't give the mind a task during a portal, it will create a problem to solve. It will worry about the future or regret the past. Give it the task of the ritual. Occupy the monkey mind with the water, the sound and the visualization, so that the master, the soul, can slip through the gate unnoticed. The December 19th portal is a slipstream. It is a narrow window where the resistance of the collective consciousness is temporarily suspended. Usually the collective belief is life is hard. On portal days that belief is weakened. The matrix glitches. You can insert a new belief: life is easy. Miracles are normal and it will stick. But you have to do the work. You have to show up. You are the operator of the simulation. I want to pause here because the energy of this protocol is intense. Just reading about it is already activating your cellular memory. Your soul remembers how to do this. You have done it in the temples of Atlantis, in the pyramids of Egypt. It is familiar to you. If you commit to doing this protocol on December 19th, if you commit to showing up for yourself, I need you to confirm it. Scroll down and comment, "I CLA my power," or simply type the code, 888 inches for infinite abundance. This is your contract with the universe. Do not let this moment pass without anchoring your will. Now we must discuss the dream inception technique. The night of December 19th is not a normal night for sleep. It is a night of astral travel. When your physical body sleeps, your astral body detaches and travels to the higher realms to receive instruction. Usually we forget these meetings when we wake up, but during the moon portal, the veil is thin enough that you can bring the memories back. You can also program the meeting. This is called dream inception. Before you close your eyes on the night of the 19th, as you are drifting into that space between wakefulness and sleep, the hypnagogic state, you are going to repeat a specific mantra. This mantra acts as a password to the higher councils. You will say mentally, I request a meeting with my highest guides. Show me the next step. I promise to remember. Repeat this loop until you fall asleep. Show me the next step. I promise to remember. What happens next is usually one of two things. You will either have a vivid movie-quality dream where you are literally shown a scene from your future, a new house, a new partner, a new vocation, or you will wake up with a sudden download. A download feels like a block of information hitting your brain in a split second. You wake up and you just know something. You know you need to quit your job. You know you need to move to Arizona. You know you need to start that podcast. It comes without logic, without reasoning. It is a direct knowing. This is the gnosis. The portal delivers gnosis. If you receive this, write it down immediately. Do not say, I'll write it in the morning. You will forget. The dream state operates on theta waves. The waking state operates on beta waves. The transition wipes the memory unless you capture it instantly. Keep a pen and paper by your bed specifically for the night of December 19th. This is your flight log. We also need to prepare for the 3 days of integration following the portal. This is the period of December 20th, 21, and 22. This is where most people fail. They have a huge spiritual experience on the 19th, they feel high on life, and then on the 20th, they go right back into the toxicity. They go to the crowded mall, they get into a political argument on Facebook, they eat processed junk food, and poof, the energy leaks out. Think of the portal energy like wet cement. On the 19th, you pour the cement of your new reality. On the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, the cement is drying. If you walk on it, if you let others walk on it, you ruin the foundation. You need to put up caution tape around your energy field for these 3 days. This is what we call the hermit phase. During the integration window, you might feel exhausted. This is integration fatigue. Your body is physically restructuring at the cellular level to hold more light photons. Mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, are upgrading. This takes calories and rest. Do not force yourself to do high-intensity workouts. Do gentle yoga, stretching, or walking. Eat light, high-water content foods, fruits, vegetables, soups, heavy meats and processed sugars. Lower your vibration and make the integration harder. They are dense energies. You want to stay light so the new codes can settle. If you feel emotional on the 20th or 21st, if you find yourself crying for no reason, let it flow. This is the toxin release. The new energy is pushing out the old emotional toxins. Tears are liquid release. Do not bottle them up. Beware of energy vampires during the integration window. Low vibrational entities and people who are often unconscious of what they are doing are attracted to your light like moths to a flame. When you shine brightly after a portal shift, you become a target for those who are energy starved. They will try to provoke you. They will try to trigger your old buttons to get a reaction. If you react, you feed them your light and you deplete yourself. This is the test. The universe will send you a trigger on December 20th just to see if you have really changed. If your mother calls and criticizes you, and you usually react with anger, the test is, can you respond with neutrality? Can you stay in your zen? If you can, you pass. You solidify the timeline. If you engage, you restart the level. Watch out for the tests this weekend. They are not punishments. They are graduation exams. This is urgent. Do not skip this. Watch the members-only briefing. Chosen ones. Warning. 8 spiritual events before new moon activates fully. Urgent December 20th, 22 warning for chosen ones. Act now or regret forever. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't wait.